is where we hold them. This is where we fight. On these shields, boys!
Well, hey y'all. Good Tuesday morning to you. And welcome back to the channel. More than that, welcome back to Coffee with Shady. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I hope you had a fantastic and awesome Independence Day. For those of you who do not know, if it is your first time here on the channel, I am Shady. You are in the zone. I need you to do me a favor right now. Excuse me. Get yourself a nice, fresh, hot cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is that you are drinking this time of the day. Get you a nice, fresh, hot cup of it. Find you a nice, comfortable chair. And while you're doing all this stuff, go ahead on, go up there and click on that subscribe button. Okay? Click on the subscribe button. Maybe while you're up there, hit the little bell notification. That way you know when I put out a new video. You'll get a notification, you know it's out. Do all of the YouTube stuff. Subscribe, like, share, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. It helps keep the coffee flowing, y'all, and that's what we want to do. How is everybody doing this morning? If I could get some 5x5s, that would be terrific. Who all we got in here? Hello, Minuteman. We got Share Bear. Coffee First. How you doing? I think I saw a couple of other people in here. Maria was in here a while ago. Hey, everybody. Good morning to you. Welcome. Welcome to the zone. If I am 5x5, please let me know because you know how me and technology go. Look, I sat up here for, I don't know, a day or two trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about this morning, y'all. I mean, it's not like there's, a whole lot of stuff going on in the world today that would be of interest to, I don't know, preppers or patriots or survivalists or anything like that. I couldn't think of anything at all. And then as I was pondering this, it kind of came to me. If you remember, last week during the live stream, and actually this is 3 weeks in a row, y'all. Tuesday morning, consistency. But if you guys remember that last week during the live stream, a little over halfway through it, maybe 3/4 of the way through it, I mentioned something, and I was talking, and we didn't talk about this long at all. But I had mentioned the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity, that presidents of the United States, past, present, and future, could not be held legally liable for things that they did during the in carrying out their official duties. Now, we didn't talk about that much. We didn't dwell on it a whole lot. We didn't stay on it a whole lot. But I tell y'all what, there are some people on the communist left in this country that have just went off of the rails on this thing. There was actually one Supreme Court justice, that made the statement that now Joe Biden can send in SEAL Team 6 to take out Trump or have him in prison. So now the president of the United States, according to what just got put out in the universe, the president of the United States can have their political opponent assassinated or put in prison. And it's not just the the gaslit, brain dead zombies out there that are saying this. There are actually some higher ups, some leaders, some people in the leadership of the party that are propagating this, that are putting this out there. And they'll say, well, it's satire. This is the most extreme thing that can happen. But you're still putting it out there in the universe. You're still feeding that idea into people's heads. The idea that the president of the United States or any other leader, but we're talking about us. So the president of the United States can order the assassination or imprisonment of their political opponent. What country did I wake up in, y'all? Where are we? Where is this nation right now? Okay, this is some kind of stuff that you would expect out of Putin. Uh, uh, Actually, if you remember correctly, hey, Minute Man, how are you? Actually, if you remember correctly, Putin did this not too long ago. Putin had his political adversary, his opponent, Alexandria. I can't remember his name. Y'all can drop it over in chat if you'd like to, because it's gone with me right now. I have not had enough coffee yet. But Putin actually had this guy put in prison. And the man died in prison. And the man died under mysterious circumstances while he was in prison. And if you remember right, the entire communists left. Hey, Blackbird, how are you? The entire communist left were up in arms about this. Joe Biden's doing a speech, and he he gets on television while he's doing his speech, and he's calling Putin everything but a Sunday school teacher. He says that him and his government are a bunch of thugs and this and that and the other. Well, Joe, look at what your party's doing. Look at what your people are saying, son. It kind of makes you wonder, is this still America? No, no, not the America that probably you and I grew up in. This is not that country. Um, like I said, these people they went off the rails over this stuff, and it just it's one of those things where and they do this a lot. It's like they don't tell you to go do it, but they will put that idea out there, and that idea catches on. Next thing you know, some lunatic, some idiot gets a hold of it, and there we go. Let's see here. What have we got going on? We all know what happened to Kennedy. Good morning, Toolmaker. Yeah, we all know what happened to Kennedy. Um, Kennedy went against the grain, you know, and they assassinated Kennedy. And it would take hours, and there are hours and hours of information out there on the internet about the Kennedy assassination and the theories behind it and all that stuff. But this is the kind of thing that happens when you start putting stuff like that out. Okay. People will take this and they will take it to the extreme. And it's like I said, the next thing you know, there we are. Okay. So it's bad enough when just, these idiots on Facebook and X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. It is bad enough when these people start talking about this and that and the other. That's bad enough. But when you have Supreme Court justices that, oh, in an extreme case, this is what could happen. Okay, you still put that out there. You still fed that idea into people's minds. Um, and once that starts, an idea may catch on. It may not, but you still put it out there. And the thing about it is, it's like I said, that leadership in a certain party is actually backing this or putting it out there. It's ridiculous. It's like I said, it's something that Putin and his bunch would do and have done in the past. And speaking of Putin, did y'all hear what Putin said about a certain statement that Donald Trump made during the State of the Union address? Hmm. Trump, during the State of the Union address, made the statement, and he's made the statement before, that if he was elected president, that he could end the war in Ukraine. And I believe he said within 24 hours. Um, Putin made the statement. Putin heard this. It's like we said last week in chat, it wasn't just us watching this debate, it was the entire world, including people like Putin and Xi Jinping and Kim Jong Un, all those people. Everybody was watching this debate. Good morning, McBean. How are you, sir? Glad you were here. But anyway, everybody was watching this debate. Trump had said that about the war in Ukraine, and Putin says, "Well, I don't know what he proposes, but I would be happy to sit down and listen to his idea." Putin said, "I would be happy to sit down and listen to his idea." Putin ain't said nothing about listening to Joe Biden's ideas about anything now, has he? Y'all want to know why Putin hadn't said anything about listening to Joe Biden's ideas on anything? Because either, and this is a lot of what it is, Biden hasn't come up with any ideas. Because let's face it, y'all, Joe Biden, his administration, NATO, they don't want to end this war. They don't want to see peace between Ukraine and Russia. How many diplomats have you guys heard about that anybody has sent to Russia or sent to Ukraine to try to de-escalate this thing, to bring it down? Oh no, because it's making money. Billions of dollars are going to Ukraine. How much money that's getting kicked back to Biden or whoever, the industrial war complex? How much money are they making off of that? So Biden hasn't said anything about ending the war, about doing anything like that. Putin said in his interview, if you remember, Putin said in his interview with Tucker Carlson that he had several offers from NATO, that several little agreements, little things they wanted to do, things that they said they wanted to do to end the war. Putin would hold up to his side of it, and then the Biden administration and NATO, as soon as he did what he said he would do, they would back out. They would act like it never happened. Okay? They'd act like it never even happened. Putin ain't gonna play them kind of games, y'all. And the Biden administration, NATO, have shown him time and time again that you can't trust them. All right? So Putin comes on and says he would be more than happy to listen to Trump's ideas. And I think Toolmaker's got part of it right here. Trump stays up after 8 p.m. Right? It's not so much that Trump stays up after 8 p.m., which, he does do. I think the man stays up 24/7 most of the time, to be honest with you. But it's not so much that he stays up after 8 p.m. Trump's brain is always awake. All right? It's always functioning. And you can say what you want to about the age. You can say what you want to about anything else. Trump's mental facilities, his mental faculties, are way above Biden's right now. He's operating on his brain's just operating better. So, and two, good morning, Loretta. How are you? Um, it's not just that, but Putin knows that Trump, first of all, is a businessman. All right, Trump wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. Trump knows how to do things like this. Putin realizes this. And I think Putin is willing to give Donald Trump a chance. You know, if Donald Trump wants to make some kind of offer, make some kind of plan, I think Putin might just be willing. Well, he already said he is willing to listen to whatever Trump says. Now, Putin did not say that he was going to go by it, that he was going to go for it, that he was going to accept it. But he did say at least he was willing to listen to what Biden had to say, or Biden, to what Trump had to say. Biden don't say anything. When it does, it comes out like what I just did. So there's that, y'all. Besides that, I don't have a whole lot, this morning. I wanted to come on. I wanted to pass it out. What do y'all think about it? Drop it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Um, that was the main thing that I wanted to come on for this morning, was just to kind of get that stuff out there and talk about that. It's just, it amazes me, some of the things that is going on right now in this country, y'all. It amazes me, some of the things that are being said. I live in Colorado, and everybody here knows Colorado is a deep blue state. Okay. There are some bastions, there are some red zones, for lack of better words, in this state. There are some strongholds where there are conservatives and patriots. Colorado Springs, having the military presence that we have here, and having the military presence that we have here, has basically, historically, been one of those red strongholds. We are pro Second Amendment. We are pro freedom of speech, all that stuff, just because of the strong military presence that we have here in this town. I'm starting to see that kind of, seems like it's kind of fading a little bit. And yesterday, um, not too far from here, actually, they had a pro Palestine demonstration. I think it was at one of the parks or something. And I haven't heard any news back on it or anything, but we were sitting out last night just kind of decompressing after the day. Me and Mrs. Shady were out in the backyard. And y'all, please excuse me. I've had this summer cold since it hit me July the 4th, that evening, and I've been stuffy and yucky ever since then. But we were sitting out back last night, and all we heard around, it was getting dark, so around between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, all we heard every 5 minutes was sirens heading that way. I don't know if we had some kind of Chicago style demonstration or riot or whatever down there or not. I haven't heard anything on the news about it or anything like that. But it was just, even Colorado Springs is starting to tilt just a little bit purple, just a little bit blue, and it's kind of a scary thing. But all that means is, like I keep saying, we need to let our voices be heard, and we need to speak in a roar when it comes to voting, when it comes to elections, when it comes to things like that. School board meetings, we need to sit out there. We need to get out there, and we need to let our voices be known. Well, thank you, Blackbird. I appreciate that. Good morning to you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. So anyway, y'all, I have a big day ahead of me today. I'm going to be traveling a little bit today. I'm going to be going down south, going to be seeing Little Miss Shady. It is Tuesday, so I'll be going down seeing Little Miss Shady. She's been doing some home improvements, and she wants to show them off to the old man, so there's that. I hope you guys all have a good day. I hope you stay safe. And by the way, like I said, I hope you had a great Independence Day celebration. I hope you kind of kept your heads on straight, did the right things, and everybody came out of it safe. Um, I didn't do a whole lot. We watched a little fireworks. We ate a little bit, but like I said, this cold hit me, and it hit me hard that night. I honestly didn't go to work Friday because, and I know, it's horrible when you call off a day after a holiday. I worked the holiday, got off, went home, got to feeling like this, nose clogged up, voice raspy. You can probably hear a little bit of it in my voice right now. But I called off the next day after that, and didn't go into work that day. So it's been kind of a rough week. We did have a good fourth though, and the great thing about when me and Mrs. Shady do a holiday or whatever, and Mrs. Shady's getting pretty darn good on that grill, y'all. She cooks some ribs and some burgers and some brats and things like that, and she did a good job on it. The great thing about it, when we have a holiday around here, there's always leftovers. So I had lunch. Excuse me, y'all. I had lunch for quite a few days after the fourth, just from the leftovers. Anyway, Minute Man, I missed what was going on, but my prayers are out there to you, buddy. I hope everything works out for you. Let me know if you need any extra prayers or anything, because I got them. Just let me know what you need. And I'm going to cut this one on off, y'all. Um, I need to go upstairs and try to do the Navage thing or something, and clear some stuff up, because I got about an hour drive ahead of me. I want y'all to do me a favor. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. And y'all stay shady.